Hello everyone. Okay, let me change the name quickly. There is stream. Okay, done. مرة ماضية كنت في سالفة مالية streaming. Yep. اوه يو حسين ياك لباس شو ماسي. اوكي دفع بس كنا موقفين عند اسمه Paris good I guess. حسين شو ماسي ياك لباس. المرة الماضية كنا موقفين عند هاي ذاك يا الاكسرسايز سكت لك مقطع 14.
السلام عليكم.
وعليك ايه حمد شو ماسي.
الحمد لله. How's it going with Ramesh?
ياك لباس كيني بدات
ما
كيني بدات
Every-
they continue.
شوف.
Yes,
Oh,
man.
the Rust
That's
learning.
nice. Huh?
The Rust learning.
Yep.
Hey, listen, I mean, I do understand what is Rust, but like, a better question is it learnable from ground level?
حتى هي لا بروغراماسيون تقراها يا غير احسن انك تعود يعني لي بروبلم هي اللي تسولفي تشبه لك تشوفهم في لانجاج سابق فهمتني.
Oh, so for example, take Python and then take Rust.
take سي والله سي بلس بلس عندهم مشاكل في ميموري مانجمنت وذاك النوع. والله زاد ميموري هي تحل مشاكل ميموري مانجمنت بذوك اللانجاجات. انت فوت شوي في اللانجاجات.
Pointers and addresses, you mean?
memory allocation خارج فانكشن معك انا كذا شفته في سي مالوك ينقال مالوك وفري او فانكشنز بلانجاج سي ما كم سا هي راي مالوك هي مالوك allocate and free to allocate and free dynamic memory. هذا انت بديت تكري عندك array سايز ما هو ليميتد لا بدك تشغلها. اوكي سايز ما هو فيكس حاجه لك عنك سيد فورمت فيكسي سايز array لا تعدد حقته array بس غالبا ما تشوف السنه الجايه ولا السنه هاي. انا انترنتي صار حمد. Okay, so what's the issue? To implement the trait append bar to a vector of strings. Okay, same تمام. Append bar should push the string bar. ورست بالنسبة صار الناس اللي تعرف البروغراماسيون تيجي أكيد تعرف أنت حسين. رست تسولفي إيش مالك كل شيء. مالك function نفسه مالك بيتدماندي من كرنل عن تقبل تألوي ميمار. اوكي يا خير ذيك ميموري الويت اللي تردك بوينتر شور يديروا لك فور اكزامبل سايز سايز اللي هي تألوي ميموري. اوكي
Yeah, sorry, I interrupted by a call.
اوكي
Nonetheless, لا الله محمد رسول الله, by memory management you mean allocation of memory and those kind of stuff?
حق انت تعدل يكون عندك array سايزه ما هو فيكسد اكيد فور اكزامبل في سي ديجا عندك انت بديت تعدل array من integers arrays شفتهم في سي.
Yes نوعا ما programming PE but I saw them in summer كنت معدل عليها سوبر سايان لكن سايفر
ايوه arrays دائما تفيكسي لانهم تعطيهم تريد
عندك انه the single integer its size is 4 octets.
No, عيني for example انت بديت define array for example array في 5 elements 2 4 7 والله يقعد فيس array نفسه define في عود كم ساعة هاي
ITV5. Oh, you mean a table?
Huh?
You mean a table?
Yeah, exactly. لا هو table array لا هو table.
Yeah, أنا عارفه حتى.
ايوه table والله array يشبه array. عنا يونيتيات فيكسي سايز دائما يعد فيكسد في سي.
يا اما define تحت include studio والله
يعني تعالي ديفايني ريت تعطي سايز ديجا فيكس وفيكسي في سي. اوكي
يب
يعني تعطي تدور اري تم تزيد له اليمون تنقص منه اليمون عندك رواية ديناميك داك لابد لك تشغل فانكشن كيت ماروك ديك تالو
يا
بي
مالك
ميموار الو بي ميموار تعود
إيه.
تشغل ذاك الري وليت الو بي ميموار ديك ميموار اللي تريزرفيها انت من رام ديك ميموار عاد مالك بروسيس اكت اللي قاعد يفرام ياك ياك وذيك ميموار بروجي قاعد يعود كبير ويشغل ياس ميموار نفس الوقت ياس عدل ياس ماروكات اللي انت تسوي واحده ماروك ما او ماروك نيت باردون ماروك نيت الو ميموار من لو بون براتيك عنك تفريه وقتك ما تتفاصل فيه ما تتشغلها لكن اللي
دير فري
تخليه
تاب.
اللي تفريه اللي تعود بروجرام ثاني بروسيس ثاني قد يقبض ذيك الميموار. اوكي قد يقبض ذيك البارتي من رام.
Okay, this actually does make sense.
اوكي ايوا ايوا اللي انت تنسى ما فري انت ما تفريها وهي دائما تخلق يبقى بروسيسك قاعد غير ريزرفيشن مار ما هو مشغل فهمتني.
Yeah.
ايوا
لابد تقيس تاسك مانجر وتقبله.
اكزاكتلي تشوف بروجرام قاعد قبلك ياسين ومارك هو ما
انت ما تعمل اطلاقا.
اتانك هو ما فيه ذاك هو شيء مرني فهمتني اللي من ريزرفين مار خمسة.
يب
لكن قال لي ميموري ليك قالوا عنك ليكيت ميموري بروجرام ليك ميموري
بروجرام ليك ميموري.
ايه ليكها معناه عن فهمت اياها ميموار بريزر فيها غير ما يشغلها ابدا.
Right now as we speak حالا as we speak انا طالع لي في تاسك مانجر اني كوبايلوت قابل certain memory وانا ماني مرني اي تاسك على كوبايلوت.
اذا قطعت هو مرني يا غير شيت بار اكزامبل نوع من السيتياسيون تفطن له دائما في بار اكزامبل ينفوت ياسن وقت قاعد في اس كود بار اكزامبل في اس كود اديتور تكست ولا براوزر فوت ياسن وقت قاعد اللي قال اورديناتور قال ما زدت تاب جديده ذاك به اللي يعدل الرسم للسيبراسيون يعود بقش ميمار السما فريه يطير عليه شي ميمار ما فريه. هذا نوع من الامور يخليك حتى يعود ما تياش باراليل ماشي شي من المور باراليل قاعد نوع باس من السياسيون دائما يخليك. المهم بعد انا رست من نفسها باي ديزاين من نفسها باي ديزاين نوع من البروبليم تسولفي ما تلقى تريكي ميمار ابدا.
Damn. I mean, Leila Muhammad Rasulullah, speaking of code editors or IDEs, do you know Genie?
No.
Huh?
No.
Let me show you.
Genie. What is the name? أنا مستمع يعني فم نرجع ل. We may discuss later.
Okay, sure. I'll just leave it for you here in the
sure.
in the voice chat text though.
Okay, to implement the trait append bar for a vector of strings. Append bar should push the string bar to the vector. Okay, I have this trait and I should implement it for strings. I think the right syntax is this for string. Yeah, it's my reverse it. Yeah, I'm good. Simply نقبل self بس بقى. Is that right? مش كتير هي for a vector of strings. Okay. Is it? Self push. Damn. To string. برواية الماء تطعن cannot borrow self. So I guess I will, right? To effect. No, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. So what's the issue though? Okay, mutate, mutable. Yeah, but why? Why? I think here. Yeah, I should pass it as a mutable. And that's it, and it's gonna own it this way. Okay. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe they will explain it later. Hello, Habibullah. ياك لاباس؟ ياك بخير؟ traits 3. No, anecdote solutions traits 2. It's the one that I'm thinking about. This is important, and that's it. Okay. The next exercise, traits 4. Okay. Now we have a trait licensed that has a method or a function, let's say, as info, 2 structures that contain nothing at all. حبيب الله من هالراست والله بدي. Licensed implement trait for licensed, which is the default license. Okay, compare licenses, software 1, software 2. This is fine. Use a compiler for signature function. I guess I can just, yeah, license, right? ماني قد عندكم ساعة دير هون عن حاجة دي قط شت كل هاردوير. لا I guess لنحترم لأن صمت اللي قال لي compiler. New generic type parameter constrained by licensed C. ماذا يا ترى؟ What? What? خي أبا ما نكمل الرست بالله أكيدك يا خي. كمان أنا عندي امبل syntax 5. عندي syntax 5. What is the error here? أنا مشيت قست 4. أنا sure 3. Okay. Don't do this line, that line. Add a default implementation for license info that implements the 2 structs below behavior without repeating the function. Okay, sure. I can just do it this way, right? And default license to string is Swiggy. And yeah, right. Yep. Ah, nice. Same. I'm a gopher as well. So Rust زين فيها زين فيها اسمه تايب شيكر ما تايب شيكر بارل شيكر اسكي يعني تخطيت اخبار وسابقك يا خير ما تخليك تشغل restricted حد. I can understand what you're doing. Okay, cool. وي فيها بعض ديفرنس بين هي واللانجاجات الاخرين. سنصير ما فيها garbage collector ولا فيها مالوك في نفس الوقت. ما تألوي ميموار ديريكتومون ما تألوي تمن وزاك ميموار ديريكتومون ما تجري ميموار تفريه وذاك نوع. كومون انك تريستريكتيك بطريقه اللي تستعمل بها فاريابلاتك تريستريكتي طريقه استعمالك للفاريابلاتك و that's it. That's one thing good about it. يعني هو اللي معدل شائع بيلي ديريكتومون القضية تعدلك تحديد السايبر ديريكتومون قضية تعدلك ياسم لي فينيرابيليتي سيكيورتي فينيرابيليتيز ما تربيشو وياسم من performance issues ما تربيشو performance issues كيف memory leaks ذاك نوع security vulnerabilities بيدي سي وسي بلس بلس لو ليفل لانجويجز يعني تجبر بق في ميموري ديك بق في الأغلب دائما تقد تعود مباشرة security بق تجبر بها remote code execution. So هي تفيتي كل ما by design هي من نفسها fix the compiler by changing only its signature of its function. Okay, so what do we have? We have a trait and we have another trait. Okay, a struct that implement both the first both traits. Another struct. Okay, some function. Okay, what is the test? That's not it's هذا. Aha. Okay. I guess I'm gonna just guess. عندي option for example. عندي ether for example. عندي option. ما عندي option. جاك ثاني يبقى ذاك الثاني. Let me check the Rust book. Rust. اوكي ما ينقال لهم methods في الأخير. والله methods تنقال على structs. I don't know. I'm looking for traits. لا بمخمر الكتاب اللي نتحول شو PDF. Okay, defining shared behavior with traits. Defining traits. Okay. Yep. Okay. Using default implementations. Okay. So I'm looking for how to join the two types at the same time. How to add the two types at the same time. Trait about syntax. And trait syntax will work for difficult good. It's actually a syntax trigger for longer form known as trait bound. It looks like this. Okay. Yeah, plus and plus some traits plus other traits. nice syntactic sugar. Quiz 3. Let's go. آخر كويز مالي. Okay, this quiz tests generics and traits. An imaginary magical school has a new report card generation system written in Rust. Currently, the system only supports creating report cards where the student's grade is represented numerically, e.g. from 1.0 to 5.0. However, the school also issues alphabetical grades, A plus to F minus, and needs to be able to print both types of report card. Make the necessary code changes in the struct report card and the imp block to support alphabetical report cards in addition to numerical ones. We do adjust the struct as described above. Okay. Show what is our first show, and the grade, and the student name, and the student age, and the grade, and the okay. Can I actually have also create a string? The problem is that report card. What? So اخبار بان open ended شوي. قضية great. Let me do something like this. خلي حد generic. معني it's an ugly way of solving it. It's a very ugly way of doing this. من رأيك كاني I mean, this is very stupid. This is like actually, this is very stupid. I just input block as described below. اختبار شنهي يشبه طريقة حتى الحد بها القضية. So what? Excuse me, sir. Oh, oui. Oh, oui. Oh, yeah. I should do it like in a display thing. That's what I mean. بس كان قلنا عليكم صح؟ That's very stupid. ديك شبه التهمتياتي يا هنا تياها خلينا حتى F32 par exemple, comme ça marche. هاي العكس. So what, man? Okay, قلت حد يخلي تي هون. يحط تي هون. Yeah, I guess this works. This works, right? Please work. You know, annoying everywhere. Help over. Yo, what the hell, man? What the hell, man? Maybe I can do like this, right? Annoying. Good. Let's go. Okay. أركتيا قسنا Lifetimes هم اللي رواية اللي very controversial نسمعها. من دايما نسمع عنهم أخبار Lifetimes. Okay, Lifetimes 1. هاي بالمناسبة خلاص solutions quiz 3. بالمناسبة شو مسالي Lifetimes معاهم ثاني مسالي Lifetime test iterators smart pointers threads العذاب الأحمر والمزال سيبون اوكي شو هم yeah exactly لا دلتانا yes they are generic to be able to print grade test implement display trait exactly Was that it? See, implement display. Yep. Nice. Okay, the Rust compiler needs to know how to check whether supplied references are valid. So at least so that it can let the programmer know if a reference is at risk of going out of scope before it is used. Okay. Remember, references are borrowers and do not own their own data. What if their owner goes out of scope? Fix the compiler by updating the function signature. What is the issue here? شو راعوا أنا تخش بالرست لا. That is annoying. شو القليلة. Help. This function's return type contains a borrowed value. وباس على كريفرنس معناها هي ما تقدر تباسي لحد ثاني كريفرنس. Is this what they are trying to say? But the signature does not say whether it's borrowed from X or Y. Consider introducing a named lifetime. Okay. بالمناسبة أنا my big face شايف على هذا. I think it's okay. Remember, the references are borrowers and do not understand that. What if their owner goes out of scope? I don't understand what does this mean. Let me check the book. Okay, let's check this out. Identity references with lifetimes. Lifetime is another kind of generic that we're already been using. Rather than ensuring that the type has the behavior we want, lifetimes ensure that the references are valid as long as we need them to be. One detail we didn't discuss in the references and borrowing section in chapter 4 is that every reference in Rust has lifetime, which is the scope of which the reference is valid. Most of the time, lifetimes are implicit and inferred. Just like most of the time, types are inferred. We are only required to annotate types when multiple types are possible. In a similar way, we must annotate lifetimes when the lifetime of a reference could be related in a few different ways. Rust requires us to annotate the relationships between generic lifetime parameters to ensure that the actual references used at runtime will definitely be valid. Annotating lifetime is not even a concept most other programming languages have. So this is going to feel unfamiliar. I can tell you that. Although we won't cover lifetimes in their entirety in this chapter, we'll discuss common ways you might encounter lifetime syntax so that you can get comfortable with the concept. Okay. So how much you got for me? Relationships. Wow. This is a lot of yapping. Let's check stuff quickly. Okay, dangling references. In the main aim of lifetime, is to prevent references dangling references, which if they are allowed to exist, we would cause a program to reference data other than the data it intended to reference. Consider a program listing which has an auto scope in an scope. Okay. This should be an issue. BHD شغلت R X definiها نقر. Okay. X, the scope of X should be this, and you get it out of this. And as well, the scope of long is yeah, this is an issue here. This even you are passing stuff that is, yeah, X is defined here, I guess, right? And passing it outside is yeah, is something maybe, I don't know. Okay. The autoscope declares the autoscope declares a variable named R with no initial value, and the inoscope declares a variable named X with an initial value of 5. Inside the inoscope, we attempt to set the value of R as a reference to X. Then the inoscope ends, and we attempt to print in the value in R. This code won't compile because the value that R is referencing has gone out of scope before they try to use it. So before we try to use it, here is the error message, multi-IDV. Okay, the error message, okay, how to fix this? But R is the valid anonymous code because its scope is larger. We say that it lives longer. If Rust allowed this code to work, R will be referencing memory that was deallocated when X went out of scope, and everything we try to do with R wouldn't work correctly. So how does Rust determine that this code is invalid? It uses a barra checker. ناصر راعي barra checker كنا نشد أخبار قوي. Okay, the Rust compiler has a barra checker that compares scopes to determine whether all barrows are valid. Listing 1017 shows the same as listing 1016, but with annotations showing the lifetimes of the variables. Yeah, ده واضح. To lifetime ده تبقى كده ذاك lifetime ثاني كبير. Okay. Here we are guaranteed lifetime with A prime, lifetime of X with B prime B. As you can see, the inner apostrophe B block is much smaller than it. Okay, evidently as compared time, let's compare the size of two lifetimes and see that our lifetime has a lifetime of apostrophe A, but it has references to memory of the lifetime apostrophe B. Program is rejected because I presume, okay. A lot of yapping again, but let's just hang on. Let's just continue. Yeah, this should be no problem. X has a lifetime. Okay. Now that you know where the lifetimes and the references are and how Rust analyzes lifetime to ensure that references will always be valid, let's explore generic lifetimes in function parameters and return values, which is the case that we got here, and we are in lifetime 1. Okay. So this is the thing, and after that there is relationships. Wow. And after that there is struct definitions and lifetime elision. What is this word? Omission of a sound that would normally be pronounced in speaking a word. That would normally be pronounced in speaking a word. Combination of two syllables to one. Okay. Alright. Damn, this is long. Let's just continue. just continue again. Okay, generic lifetimes and functions. This is where I was, right? Ibarra Shaker is the thing that I watched, yeah. And we'll write the function string slices. This function will take 2 string slices and return a string slice. After we implemented the longest function. Okay, string 1, string 2. Okay. Know that we have we want a function to take string slices which are references rather than strings. Okay, because we don't want the longest function to take ownership of its parameters. Okay. Why? If you try to implement longest function as shown is listing 1020, it won't compile. What the fuck? Okay. The text reveals that the return type needs a generic lifetime parameter on it because Rust can't tell whether the reference being returned refers to X or Y. Actually, we don't know either because the if block in the body of this function returns the reference to X and else block returns the reference to Y. When we are defining this function, we don't know the concrete value that will be passed into this function. So we don't know whether the if case or the else case will execute. We also don't know the concrete lifetime of references that will be passed in. So we can't look at the scopes as we did in this thing, okay, to determine whether the reference we return will always be valid. The borrow checker can't determine this either because it doesn't know the lifetimes of X and Y, how the lifetimes of X and Y relate to the lifetime of the return value. To fix this error, we will add generic lifetime parameters to that define the relationship between references so that the borrow checker can perform its analysis. What the hell do you mean? We'll need the generic lifetime parameters that define the relationship between references so that the borrow checker can. Okay, we're trust. Let's continue. Lifetime annotation syntax. Lifetime annotation don't change how any of the references to the flutter they describe the relationship of the lifetime of multiple references to each other without affecting lifetimes, just as functions can adapt any type when the signature specifies a generic type parameter. Functions can accept references with any lifetime by specifying a generic lifetime parameter. This is like a really weird thing, and I don't think this is actually the only use case for lifetimes. There should be something with concurrency that made this more important, because I mean you can just keep otherwise that's what I think. I think without some other use cases that we haven't seen yet, they could have solved this just by making the lifetime at the place where the function is invoked, and that's it. But I think there is an issue with that will appear when we deal with concurrency or threading with parallelism. Anyways, Anyways. A mutable reference to I32 also has a lifetime of. Oh, wait a minute. Here are some examples. A reference to I32 without lifetime parameter. A reference to I32 that has a lifetime parameter named apostrophe. And a mutable reference to I32 that also has a lifetime. Okay, apostrophe. Okay. One lifetime annotation is by itself doesn't have much meaning, because the annotations meant to tell Rust how generic lifetime parameters of multiple references relate to each other. Let's examine how the lifetime annotations relate to each other in the context of longest function. The longest function, okay. In function signatures, to use lifetime annotation in function signatures, we need to declare generic lifetime parameters inside angle brackets between and just as we did with generic type parameters. We want the signature to express the following constraint: the returned value reference will be valid as long as both parameters are valid. Okay. This is the relationship. جميل جدا. جميل. Okay, this makes sense. Of the parameters, okay. We will. That's consistent. We will name the lifetime apostrophe A and add it to each reference. Yeah, just this way, okay. In practice, it means that the lifetime of a reference represented to the long function is the same as the smaller of the lifetime of the flow. Okay. In practice, it means that the lifetime of the reference returned by the longest function, is the same as the smaller of lifetimes of the values referenced by the function arguments. These relationships are what we want Rust to use when analyzing this code. Okay. D'accord. Yeah, makes sense. Remember, when we specify lifetime parameters with this function signature, we are not changing the lifetime of any values passed in or returned. Rather, we are specifying that the barrel checker should reject any values that do not adhere to these constraints. Note that the longest function doesn't need to know exactly how long x and y will be, only that some scope can be substituted for stuff A that will satisfy the signature. Wait a minute. By the way, 50 minutes in, that's bad. 0 viewers, that's bad. Pretty usual. There, Akini. Okay. Okay, the function signature now tells us sorry. Let me check something here. Let me check some shit real quick. signature also tells us that the string size is returned from a function will live at least as long as lifetimes. I know that. In practice, it means that the process is good. Okay. So ships are what we want Rust to use, and writing this code. Remember, when we specify lifetime parameters, that's not changing the lifetime thing, best. Okay. Okay. Notation go in function signature, nothing function body. Okay. Let's have the contract of the function. Select types in the signature. Having function signatures contain the lifetime contract means analysis. The rest of it can be simpler. There's a problem with the way the function is annotated or the way it is called. Compilers can find the parts of code and consider it more precisely. Instead, the Rust compiler made more inferences. But what we intend the duration of the lifetime to be, the compiler might only be able to the use of our code many steps away from the code. Many steps away from the cause of the problem. When we pass concrete reference to longest, the concrete lifetime is illustrated. Okay. In other words, the generic lifetime. We get the concrete lifetime equal to okay. Let's check out our lifetime. It's restrict longest. Okay. The biological approach. Okay. Yeah. Ah, nice. Nice. Okay. What is it wrong? What's wrong with my chat? way in which you need to specify item parameters depend on what function it is doing. For example, if we change the implementation of the longest function on the right parameter function to always return the first parameter rather than long-list string slice, we would need to specify lifetime and the life parameter. Parameter still yeah, I imagine this is painful. Okay, 3. Mm. uncover certain parameters and temporaries are all dropped before the end of the function body. Return reference structure, okay. For a structure containing reference to such I drop the value or needs to be valid. Therefore, it is not allowed to return such reference. Consider returning a value that takes ownership of local data instead of referencing it. Okay. Ah, nice. 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 Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes beautiful sense. ده هو معنى take ownership لأنه ليه رد يعد output would be takes ownership ما هو reference. That's nice. I like that. Okay, we can move forward for a bit. I believe so. Okay. Fix the compiler by moving one line. What do you mean? Ah, I like that. Lifetimes are also needed on structs hold references to the fixed compiler rules about the struct. Okay, let's see about this. Wait a minute. What? I never had this issue. I never had this issue. What do you mean? Okay, I need to continue reading. Hey. Okay. Simply lifetime syntax is about connecting lifetimes to various parameters. Once they are connected, this has enough. Okay. Okay, struct definitions, which is the case that we are in. And these are the last parts almost. So far, the structs we've defined all hold owner types. Okay, we can define struct to hold differences, but in this case, we would need to add a lifetime annotation on every reference in struct definition. What? Wait a second. I don't know what that means. I'm speaking faster than I'm allowing myself to understand. I should focus on not doing that. I should not try not to do that. Okay, let's go again. So far in the structs we've defined all hot owner types. Defined all hot owner types. We can define structs to hold differences. But in that case, I see what you did there. Wait a fucking second, you cannot tell me that. Yeah, what the fuck is this? That's weird. Okay. I can define the structs to hold. Ah, okay, so it's not the. No, it's just the same fucking case. It's the same fucking shit. Well, you can define structs to hold references, but in that case, we would need to add a lifetime annotation on every reference in the struct definition. Okay. This struct has a single field port that holds a string slice. Which is a reference. This generic data type. As with generic data types, declare the name of okay, generic lifetime parameter inside the angle bracket. Annotation means instance can't be sent out the reference it holds in its parts field. Okay. The main function creates instance. Okay, so what's your? I mean, I can just same bullshit. Should work. Now we're going to this. Let's okay. The time that you need to specify. Okay. Now let's talk about that. This function compiles without lifetime animation is historical. In a declaration of us, this code won't compile because every reference is an explicit lifetime. At that time, the function signature would have been written like this. Okay. Okay, as writing. Oh, this is a lot of lore, isn't it? This person, the reason this function compiles without any يضل ما نحكي name ist parameter. Okay. Okay. This is the addition thing. The addition rules, these are not rules commands to follow, there are set particular cases that the compiler will consider it. Cases you only need to write the explicit lifetime explicitly. Okay. Okay. The first rule is that the compiler assigns a lifetime to each parameter. It's a reference. Okay. In other words, a can function with one parameter. I should finish reading this. Almost finished. Okay. By the way, I think ما كان هون اليوم. Okay, when we implement methods and structs with lifetime, many times we use the same syntax for a set of generic type parameters as shown in this thing. Where we declare and we use the lifetime parameters depends on whether they are related to the struct fields or the method parameters and return values. Lifetime used for struct fields always needs to be declared after the input keyword and then used after the struct's name because those lifetimes are part. Yeah, that's nice actually. I finished like how much? 10 almost. And how much left? A lot. Let's try to finish all of them now. swear. Okay. Okay, we have a function that creates a rectangle. Beautiful rectangle. Yo. What was I trying to do? Doing rustlings. You know about rustlings? And in the 17-month exercise of rustlings. I'll be right back actually. Right back. Want to merge it and create a vector that push R into it. No, I want, yeah, but isn't that, shouldn't there be an easier way of doing that? Like, just a quick question. Do you have, how do you get permission to speak in live? Yeah, it's on Discord. The description of the video, there is the Discord link. You can get there. You can come تجيب هنا في Discord وانا في call. فهمتني? And that's it. In the Discord server. So community Discord yeah. Of description video. I guess this link is still fine. إنه خلص لي المغرب نرجع. We are 60 in the community. And you are, yeah. نرجع بعد الصدق شوية. 10 minutes. Bring back. You can do the concat or profession. It doesn't have a join. It's not an array of vectors, it's an array of shards. And my issue now is how to move from shard to non-shard. Yeah, there is maybe unwrap. It's going to be my shortcut. أنا ما خلص والله. حرفيا بروف عني أنا ما خلص والله. اوكي وبي الناس قاعدين ما ريت حد منها. الناس انا اصلا الناس برا مو يهدوا بيرسون ترويت عميد. Maybe this is why many people not here. Yeah, probably people prefer football than Rust. Okay, see you in moments bro, inshallah. Geeks. Are you calling me a geek? Snaps. Yo, yo, yo. Back to business. By the way, let's see, that's right. So yo. Okay, let's continue. Hey, what was the issue? Yeah, he said it was. Let's pull up Restbook, restbank.org. Oh shit, what? Yeah, baby. Now we have closures. I know about that. Yes, I want the problem of shards. I mean, I can do something else also. Can do, right? Char is not an iterator. What the what? Okay. Can do this here, of course. It doesn't matter. It's not right. Not what I want. What I want here is just to. I want to change this to a string. What? يو إذا بدالك حدكم سابق ليه تسكت وأنا سكت. Other variables, stupid ass. Okay, like yeah, this shit can be done more better this way. Yeah, should now have worked. Capitalize first method العدد. Okay, apply capitalize first function to a slice of strings. To a slice of string slices. Return the vector. Okay. Can I just do words and map them? Capitalize first. That's it, right? Can I do that? I should do iter. Correct. Is that right? What? Excuse me, sir. What? وعليكم السلام. يا هلا يا هلا يا هلا. لا يسلم، شو ماسي هيك بس. كيف حالك؟ عندكم امتحانات ركتة والله فيتو. أنا مارست ومارست. Why not making a playlist for learning them or whatever? For learning whatever you did. Maybe yes, maybe not. ما نعرف. أنا اخترت كونسنتر على programming. لأن هدفي بالمناسبة إنه أنا كود فورسز إنه حق في سكور ذا كويسين. graduation. Nice. Great. الحمد لله على الصحة. عندنا ذا الشهر والله شهر شيء. شو ماسي بروجيك ياكل اللباس ياكل زين حتى تو بيتر. Do you have any project suggestion after completing Rust book? You can need some project. أنا نسي ما نعرف. قد ناس قد أنا تبارك مع بروجكت خلينا تحدث شنو الحقيقة. كان عندي شات بوين ساش همين مو في شور لانجاج ثانية همين مو في شور كنت أخير ما يعني لي مو في دا شوركو ما هو شور رست فهمت. إذا تفهم عني مو في شوركو مع الرست عند خارج اللايبرري هسني رست كان معدل بيه كودكس ديد اوبن اي معدل مو برست هو مو اوبن سورس كان فهمت راي. يا غير نختار حتى بكوبي ديكو كذا اخبار Rust and I'll do it very fast better. frames and great student anyways okay. إذا بروجكت شات بوين ساش قد نعدل برست والله ما ذاك نو لأن احتمال يكون عدل لكو برست ما يكون عدل نختار عد سامبل اللي نختار عد وين موديفي فهمتني ما لا بدري من ذاك من ستريكت افانتاج راست ما هو متى مهم حتى فهمتني وتوف يا سي كمل قرايته وورث كان وورث ليرنينج حتى ذيك الدنيا تبي تعدل المور ليفل اللي تعطيك مودي مور اندرستاندينج لو ليفل ستاف انت بديت تعدل مور ليفل ستاف merci Islam. ايش قلتي هون صاشين هي يا ناس that's nice. Okay, apply the capitalize function first function again to a slice of a string slices. This one. Okay, so this is like okay. So we simply take word teacher, map them, capitalize first, division, collect. اوكي اوكي انا عندي ديجا Okay, second test. Uh, first test, okay. Test empty is fine. Test capitalize first is not fine. Dot ether, dot enumerate, dot map ll. What is ll here? Map ll dot collect. This one line will help. I didn't get. I didn't understand. That one is. I had already done it here, right? I think I have already done it here. Oh, okay. Okay, statement. Shit. Okay, beautiful. Let's check their solution. Okay, shit. First of all, shit. Okay. But that didn't work for me. I don't know why. It's toString. I kept writing as string. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Okay. And this is it. Yeah. By the way, can I change? Yeah, I can change. Yeah, nice. How come this is right? What the fuck? One liner. That one liner, capital S, encode string, that's in red, sure. But I don't need that exactly. I've already I do need it. So they are saying that this works. I don't think this works. I don't think this works. Shit, it works. What? This works. How come this works? No. Okay. Okay. Yo, fella, I need to stock mantra. I didn't understand what you mean. It could only work for single word, but it works for the whole picture. No, it worked. It worked. I solved the solution. I solved the problem. I don't know I understand correctly. Okay. Division error. 42 divided by 0 is 2. A is even divisible by B, otherwise it's not suitable for all. Okay. Okay, so what should I put here now? That's the question. We can pass as let's error E directly, as if let's error okay. If let error, yeah, I remember that thing. But how come? I don't see how exactly to do that. As if okay, so now I have to check whether in the case for Okay, add the correct return type. Complete the function body. Zero that here. Result of either a list of by 64s or division error. Try to use match, don't loop around if met fails multiple times. It's standard using match. But match what exactly? That's the issue. I have to match against something. I have to have something to enumerate over. Not just like or can I for example just do a match like this and do it like this. This is acceptable. Okay, I can match true against these, right? What the freak? I don't know about match working here. Yeah, I've never done. I'm always matching it against something. So yeah, guess I'll leave it this way and see later what's possible. Okay, so here I have multiple this into iter. Okay, I guess I gotta check out the. Try read the error, he will find what's wrong. Rust is easy unless you hit towards smart pointer. Yeah, smart pointers is right next. Exactly next. Okay, let's see. Uh but this query. Mm, I think I think I think can do filter here, right? Can we? He's simply saying I60s. It's not built for division trade. No, it doesn't have to be built for division trade. What do you mean? Division, there is a division error traits, not traits. And there is no trait here even. There is a result. As well. But yeah, of course, because trait, I should have put info with it for it prevent. But what I want here, I want to unwrap my results here. After the iterations get done, I will have results of I64 and division error, and I want to filter them. I want to filter them and only collect the ones. I guess I can do it like this maybe. I like to do filter of okay, maybe does it make sense even? But I don't think that makes sense. No, inside map filter. No, you cannot filter inside the map. What do you mean? What do you mean? But I didn't understand this stupid book. There is... This is crazy. This is the only part that talks about iterators as well. So that's crazy. That's crazy. Ah, okay. I might do take a while. Might do it also. It is maybe. Really? Would that work though? I did put that initially. The method column might not have had the expected types. Okay. Yeah. Either I didn't understand what you mean or what you said is not right. Evidently. You can call me. See the stupid. Type 64 cannot be built from iterator. Yo, watch your mouth. You are returning as you speak. Yeah, one other thing also, I should. Should use a better language. Anyways, even I actually use a bad language on the stream. Anyways. Okay. No, now I give up. Now I want to. Now I want to say, what the fuck is the solution for this crazy? Yeah, what? That's it. You cannot beat. No, 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 no. I don't want this as an output. No, no. I don't need, I shouldn't change the type, the signature. Add the correct return type. Ah! Okay, it's a current. Okay, okay. I should modify the current return type. I should modify the return type. I missed that one. I totally missed that one. Okay. It should be a vector of int here because yeah. And this should be fine, as Rust will manage it. Right? Yeah. Bam! Add the correct return type and run on you know, okay. Hey, it's me who wrote the type initially. Look at my stupidity. It's me who wrote the return type initially. Yeah. Damn. Damn. Okay. That's bad. Anyways. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's continue. Add the vector, add the correct type with okay, same situation. So here the return type should be. Hey, I was curious about something. Can't I just write it this way? Ah, okay, so this. What's the difference between two? I guess one passes as references and another one doesn't. Created with different ownership. Yeah, passes. Let me get this straight. Borrows the collection. Borrows the reference. The collection does not consume the collection. It's okay. Okay, makes sense. Now here, here the output will be a vector of results. E64 division error. To move bar of checker, use press. Yeah. To move bar checker. a second. Again, which one is looking, which one is as ownership? Yeah, okay. And now here, collect, for example, here, what's the issue gonna add? No problem. What the hell? What the hell? That's not an issue. So what is the issue now? Well, she got sick sometime. Yeah, it does. Well, it is what it is. Okay, so what are our problems? Failed 5 failed. Test divide by 0. Divided by 0 something. Divide 0 by something, which should give a 0. Ah, no. Yeah. 0. Okay. Wait a second. Yeah, just me, my logic is bad. Okay, integer overflow. Integer overflow. Min minus 1. So what the fuck? What the hell? What the F? What is happening here? What's happening? Why am I so dumb? Okay, so this passed to another error. Okay, so I should prioritize that thing over that. Yeah. Okay, because probably this one fired for some reason. Yeah, I think so. Anyways, good. We are almost good. Iterators for iter 4. Damn. My to do now is complete this function to return the factorial of num, which is defined as no. Okay, we know the factorial. Do not use earlier returns. Try not to use. Okay, let me check something first. The solution of the last problem. Iterators 3. Yeah, so they did not do the They did not do matching in the first case. Okay. They did nicely this way. This is way nicer than this, and I will do it because it's really way nicer. It's really way nicer. It's actually really way nicer. Some spacing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful code. Okay. Segment 1 is alright, the third one is alright, same thing. Yeah, so it does the type matching thing to return the right type, because these two types are some way isomorphic. Yeah, because you just pull back of the thing. But the question remains, though. The question remains: what is the division error here for this case when a division error happens? It errors out. It errors out for everything and gives the first division error, or maybe that's the case. I don't know. Okay, this is alright. This is alright. It's alright. That was fun. It was nice. So you want to implement factorial function, and the rules are: we don't use early returns. Using return keyword explicitly, don't use that. Try not to use imperative groups. Try not to use additional variables. What the hell are you talking about? Okay, I can just fold it. Right? I can just do a fold. Yeah, new. I can do iter, and I can do a fold of A, B, A times B. It's already an iterator. Passes first, right? What the hell? So you need to do it like this way. Try products. Okay. There is a product thing. Nice. Now let's check later for what did they do. The for loop implementation. Okay. But shorter, without a for and multiple variables. Yeah, this is what I did myself in the first case, and this is with the product. Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's okay. Now, next thing. Iterators 5. The last iterator, right? And after it, smart pointers. what you have told me that is true help. Okay, let's define a simple model to track rustlings exercise progress. Progress will be modeled using a hash map. The name of the exercise is the key and the progress is the value. Two counting functions were created to count the number of exercises with a given progress. Okay. Okay, create this counting functionality using iterators. Do not use imperative loops. Okay, we are now functional programming type of thing. This is the iterator. So what we want to do is to count. I want to move this to an iterator type of thing. So we have a map. In production level, you will use anyhow create. Then you will forget using result type of errors. Oh yeah, I've heard of anyhow. I did hear of it. Yeah. I was checking my phone for a second. Sorry. Hi, nice stream. Let me for a second. So no. Okay, so ماذا functionality? Okay. No. Wait a minute, what I'm doing. Map is hash map of string is progress values. Okay. And it was me. Okay. So you want to accumulate this count of a certain value. Okay. I can basically do this. And map these to I equal to value as int. Can I do as int for pools? Can I have some balls, for example? Or I can just also filter and do count here. Or then. Okay. Value. No, I don't think that's the thing. Into item. Probably that will make. What? Generic type. Dereference. Dereference what exactly? Yeah, I'm having an issue with this thing. Okay. Ah, okay. So yeah, that's what you meant. No method named run found struct. Okay, so now I gotta map these to ones or in some of them. Hit this. Let's see, move this to method call. Clone. I don't know about that. This works. This works. That's crazy. So can I like do dot values? I think it's saying count. Yeah, I'm counting them. This is counting. For some reason. Yeah. Okay, that looks okay. Filter.count. There is a count. Ah, okay, there is a count. Okay. yeah, I didn't know about it. Okay. I was trying that learn. Okay, so count collection for mid 0. Now the question is why I have to dereference here. I have to dereference twice here. I have to dere twice. And it looks like because button differences. Okay. Ah, yeah. Okay, that's because of filter. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Although I'm still not understanding why not pass. Okay, it cannot pass it as it cannot move it there. Just will use a copy of it, a reference. Yeah. Okay, count collection for. Okay, this is the same thing but with more shenanigans. And we have a list of hash maps. Okay, so collection. I will basically do a map inside of a map. Para as I understand. I'll basically do a map inside of a map. I can pass it now to count collection for. Count iterator. Pass it exactly the map with the value, and then sum everything. Is that right? Yep, nice. Now let's look for what they did. Iterator 5, iterator 5. Okay, so that's a double D reference, same as I already did, almost. Okay, that's fine. And that's also same as what I did. So that's good. Let's go. Now, finally, smart pointers, boxes and arcs. Smart pointers, arc, box 1. And last, smart pointers are variable that contain addresses in memory of a parent and differentials in other data. But they also have additional metadata capabilities. Smart pointers and Rust often own data they point to, while references only borrow data. Okay. Please copy and write stuff. Damn. Okay, so let's go to the first box. At compile time, Rust needs to know how much space a type takes. This becomes problematic for recursive types, where a value, how much time did I stream? Where a value can have a part of itself, and another value is the same type. To get around this issue, we can use a box. A smart pointer used to store data on the heap, which also allows to wrap a recursive type. The recursive type we're implementing this exercise is the cons list. A list, data structure frequently found in functional programming languages. Each item in a cons list contains two elements: the value and the current item. The value of the current item, the next item. The last item is the value called nil. To use a box in the enum definition to make the code compile. Okay, I guess I will. Yeah, there is the compiler telling me what to do. Create a cons list. List, yeah, okay. List. Okay, yeah, I guess I will stop here to not make it too long. And thank you for coming. Next week will be about, inshallah, will be about the smart pointer shenanigans. Yeah.